will take him off from row number 1. In that number 8 position, outside of him is going to be Josh Parker. Goodin and Adams, row 2. Row 3 is Ziegler and Fields. Row 4, Hedrick. And now,
going into the corner side by side, it could mean trouble for some of these cars in the racetrack.
It's certainly going to mean some trouble for some of these drivers. The last thing you want is to be stuck on the outside when somebody gets loose on the inside. Green flag flies. We are underway in the Mom and Pop's Chevrolet. Will work his way into turns 1 and 2. That's Jeremy Hughes. Hughes leads the charge out of turn number 2 down the back stretch and all over the back bumper. JP, Josh Parker in the 14.
Top 3 in the back, that's not going to work. 3 car around, the 16 around with them, the 7, the 13. We got 5 or 6 cars stacked up here on the front straightaway. That should draw a yellow flag for Hughes. Josh Parker, though, looking over the back of that number 8. John Adams runs in 3rd with Dylan Goodin back in the 4th place position. Top 5 have separated themselves just a little bit. The 15 car of Brian Macklin cracks that car loose. The 10 on the high line side by side for 6th.
Side by side a little bit deeper in the field as well. The 1 machine of Paul Strickland. Big slide trying to get to the inside of the 5 machine. There's a wall up there, Christian. Be careful, buddy. There's still a wall up there, Christian. All right, you know what? Just go ahead and hit it. You're going to anyways.
And right in front of them, the battle for 3rd starts to heat up. Dylan Goodin in the number 4, John Adams in the number 12. They go side by side. Now they get back single file for that 3rd place position. Meanwhile, Josh Parker right in front of them is closing in on the number 8 of Jeremy Hughes. He wants a piece of the lead here on lap number 16.
Great action here as Josh Parker picks up the top spot in the number 14. Parker now, your race leader. Down to 2nd spot goes Jeremy Hughes.
And John Adams closes in on the back of that number 8, the 4 as well, looking over Adams for position at number 3. We have a 4-car battle up in front for the lead, and if you add that 5th car in line, that's Mark Ziegler. Right now for the lead, Josh Parker leading them down the back.
And I've said it before, I'll say it again, you do not want to let Josh Parker set the pace for this event. If you do, he will dominate. Josh Parker is one of the most talented sim racers out there. He's also one of the drivers that puts in lap after lap after lap of practice. He knows exactly how fast and how hard to push his car to get the most out of every single lap. And if you're waiting for him to make a mistake, you're going to grow old.
And you see that gap starting to lengthen. The rear bumper of the 14 slowly leaving the front bumper of the number 8. It's about 2 car lengths now between your top 2. The 4 still looking over the 12 for position. Number 3, John Adams slams the door as you look back to the 4th place driver, number 4, as the 4 of Goodin continues to look over the 12. I think he's got the line down low now.
Yeah, absolutely does. Adams on the high side, drifting that 12 Camping World machine around this racetrack. Dylan Goodin works the inside. John Adams on the outside. The battle for 3rd. Out of the corner and down the straightaway. John Adams brushes the outside wall. Goodin will pick up the spot, but look at Adams digging on the high side.
He wants that position up high. The 4 of Goodin down low wants to take it away. Adams using all of this racetrack up high. I don't think it's going to work, though, as he's going to slot back in behind Goodin for that 3rd place position as we have a caution on the speedway.
In line between Strickland and John Adams.
And I tell you what, he anticipated that start as the number 1. As soon as that pace car pulled off, Paul Strickland Jr. was gone, but here comes the 8. Closing back in for the Grand Touring number 1. He smacks the wall at a corner number 4. Yellow flag will fly.
Dylan Goodin finds himself in trouble, and there's an outside wall. And unfortunately, Goodin got a piece. Not sure if he had a little bit of help to find the piece of that outside wall, but either way, he did find a chunk of the outside wall. Matt Thomas has the replay. Matt?
Yeah, we're going to watch the 4 car here, and Adam now in 3 is going to help him around, and tough break for Dylan Goodin. He was up there running in the top 5, and now he's got a little bit of left rear damage. He gets a tire sticking out. That fender's going to have a little bit of trouble there, but Short deck like this, I don't think the body damage is going to be quite as difficult. Very straight right now.
Dog walking slightly in the number 4 machine is good, and that's a shame because he was up battling for the top 3 for the early portion of tonight's event. It's going to take a little bit to get that car fixed up and get him back out battling for some top spots, but I tend to believe that Dylan Goodin will have a shot to get it all fixed up. We're going to go ahead while Dylan gets his opportunity to get things fixed up. We're going to do the same. We'll take a quick break. We'll come back.
Is off. We're getting ready to go back to green flag racing. The 8 puts the hammer down. We're back underway. And it looks like Paul Strickland Jr. on the high side might have been sleeping on the start. He's already back to 3rd and possibly 4th.
Parker up to the 2nd spot. Sets his sights on Jeremy Hughes. Those 2 pro-level drivers working at it here in 1st and 2nd. Right behind him, Paul Strickland Jr. in the number 1. Dylan Goodin has worked his way back up into the 4th spot. Goodin with that car that was dog-walking to get some repairs done quick on that thing.
As you ride in a car with the number 14 running in the 2nd place position and get a close-up view of the number 8. Now he's going underneath the number 8. New leader, Josh Parker, looking underneath, and he's going to complete the pass. No, he's not. The 8 car still fighting up high. Jeremy Hughes looking on the high side, but it's not going to be enough. Josh Parker to the lead.
JP takes over the number 1 spot here at Bristol Motor Speedway, and again, race. If you let him race his, he's going to beat you.
And right behind them, we have a battle for 3rd heating up. Paul Strickland Jr. up high. Here comes Dylan Goodin down low. The 9 of Alan Cryer looks on. Cryer going to look on the inside as well. Around Paul Strickland Jr. Strickland on the high line, trying to hold off the position. So far, he's doing it, but the 4 mighty strong in the middle of the corner.
Strickland got loose. Here comes Parker to the outside. Gets it done on the high side. That's the first high side pass we've seen all night long. And go figure, it's Josh Parker that pulls it off. Oh, the 7 around. The 3 involved. We're stacking him up in the corner.
And we got the 7 stacked on top of the 4. Dylan Goodin trying to get going. He's going to put that 7 back down on his wheels. The 3 car involved, and I could see this